Yanko, na yene the head of corporate communications, NEDCo, Indi and Mr. Max Okotoka, na one far situational report na and say whether that is the situation there now. Opening Yamokwaba.
Yeah, no, Sammy.
Na impom design of pay.
Goma, the Jack so every NEDCo as I when it for
You do say so den chia ebre. Opening annual way comedy mono ebeto just say war the northern belt in there's a place called Kabonwule. A year say 85% of a year inhabitants on one. If you are multi illegal connections in Kwano more a year. And you do you know anything about this story?
You me that say no cre Kabonwule community bia Kabonwule ni wo mienu but me sure say pandai edienu na mo kan wa shemi wa shem abeto yanim ye wo challenges kakra wo ho no kwe illegal connection e di enya pa e wo ekromo ya e wo mu ni se on se NEDCo ankasa no ye cover about 64% of the land mass as I say no ye cover na 64% no and yet densely populated got to be to say said other places no and unfortunately no over distance community back and Kabonwule is about 20 minutes or so drive from the service center and monitoring here and yet as sharp as should be there were challenges higher with regard to monitoring. Now generally say postpaid meters and a war and a carnival you call regularly for Jessica but and ubia ni timitia na omo mainstay so farming and normally during the harvest time and omutumi etia the planting season ana omo ntimi nkeka omo hu se de enka e wo se this I na oko disconnect here o disconnect people meet and they are and na said you as a one no a wosiri on dani won kra no mo are connected and edumre so say consistent obstination disturbing na ya disconnected from pole so that a better more deterrent but and also omo akosia formula for bi omo fe no hooking into obranite me ahoma no ten emeso anu watu ahoma na atu me no so was wrong na or the atapita no illegally in the past exercises with the support of security services I could clear lines but and also comes with its own challenges, especially sustainability. And the way forward is here and management is reviewing the situation. And there are some other cases around, and they are reviewing one of the very equitable responses here, to take the service closer to them. And that is to say, to open service centers closer to some of these areas. Now, and also, no, and also with taking the app closer to them. That is one. The other one, so they say, engineering wise, the better insulated cables some of these areas. And the sum of it means the two options are receiving attention. In due course, management will work to address that.
Opani, maybe so. For how long have you known about these illegal connections?
Oh, we have known about them for a while, but they have until the past 4 years they have not been that rampant. Very isolated cases, but I think it has grown over time, and at this point the matter has reached management officially. You see, we operate at levels, and when it started, the station supervisors, the managers of the districts and the communities were managing it. In a nature, we tried resolving them by using the support of security services and stuff over the period. But consistently, it has proven to be difficult for them to handle. So it has reached top management at this point.
Opani, sir, moji power, not the intent, and some beton power, no number to me to Yamaka. None of just say, you are more than mobile car.
I think your boka, like I explained, you see, we have to look for a sustainable solution. Disconnect. There have even been operations team to go and spend the night there. But they get there, so they have to sleep in a classroom, makeshift arrangements just to monitor. Unfortunately, the people also get to know that the people are in town. So after the first day, there is not much activity to monitor. When they come back. So it's an endemic thing that requires an endemic solution, which must have sustainability as a focus. And it's a very difficult thing, to tell you the truth. If you have to travel long distances, sometimes 30 kilometers to reach a community where you are not permanently present. And I'll be the first to admit, it also affects the quality of the service to the people, because little issues if you are present within a small location or a short distance, you are able to address. And even PURC requires but the reality and the pragmatism of the ground and managers.
Opani, minister annually, okay, until the past 4 years in the Nanka, idea ni papa could be no tapo near, but now it's grown exponentially. More losses annually, more quantify how much are you losing? Monetary terms.
Oh, it's terrible. Year to date, there were about, well, not to date, let's say to June, we are about around 45, around a corporate average of about 38%.
Of the power, most supply no, a more 38%, and I'm going to me accounted for because of illegal connections here.
Very much so.
Mommy, fair idea. 38%, air translate. Acoustic, same way to say.
Off the top of my head, overall, no, I may not be able to give you the figure, but I can get it for you as
Mommy, average annually, I just about come meetings. Now, what's the mooding command? Now, more checking more losses as a result of illegal connections. You would have been playing around some figures. Continually moving. The figure has been around averagely.
No, I would prefer. You see, with figures, I would want to be specific. I don't mind at all getting back to you after this interview. I want to be specific. What I do know is you see, it varies dependent on the season. So it varies dependent on the season. For instance, if you are in the rainy season, now farmers have to know eco form kakra. In the dry season, it goes up. That's what experience has shown. But I want us to speak to specific figures. Again, it varies from area to area. There are some areas that are very illegal connections are very endemic and rather worrying. In this community, I will discuss it. Yes, in that specific, very endemic now. But in the group, the larger group, what we take as our service center and our service station, it is an isolated case within the bigger area. And so, if you want us specifics, I don't mind at all. But you give me some time to get to the figures. Because when it comes to figures, you want to get it right once and for all.
Upon the broader conversation, near free a year Kabonwule Honum, near the entire region. How widespread is this illegal power tapping here, Kosurino? Over the region?
Within the, for us, administratively, for operationally, we don't have it in concert with the administration. So we have what we call the northern area. Now, the northern area covers essentially the administrative northern region, the administrative savannah region of the administrative northeast region, part of the administrative Oti region. Then it also, I think that's it, savannah, north, parts of northeast, and then in northern area, okay, we play, so that's savannah, yes. Yeah. Now, essentially, the northern area records, that's our west operational area, and we recorded up to about 45% losses year to date. Between June and July, the figures dropped a little. The figures dropped a little to about 39, 40, 41 thereabout. Again, we are, for now, tentatively attributing a note to two key issues. One, I alluded to earlier, that during the rainy season, the need for air conditioners and other high-consuming gadgets, eco-form kakra, and we notice that there are generally some significant drops. The other initiatives our management are taking to secure and install smart prepaid meters. Smart prepaid meters, by their design and engineering, are less susceptible and vulnerable to manipulation. And the poles and stuff, and also with the theft, and it reduces theft. And between these two, any notices said that the figures have dropped, but we have to do some further studies to confirm which percentage to allocate to which of the occurrences. Now, the way forward, obviously, is to stem the tide, and the best way is to deploy the split smart meters, which management is on track doing. As we speak, we have a number of them we have installed at a number of places. In the northern area in particular, we have had some challenges with the installations, with people resisting them. But thankfully, we have enjoyed the support of the regional administration and even the chiefs. So we are making some, I would say, moderate inroads for now, which is our expectation. As we speak, there are engagements ongoing. There was a forum even yesterday there is likely to be another one tomorrow. And so gradually, we hope to overcome the challenge.
I mean, besides my final 2 questions. One, the fact that Osimo issue the security agencies for operations pain. Maybe say, were there no prosecutions? Nipa mochichi almost illegal connections. No, might me prosecute be.
Okay, let us say. Let me take this question from 2 perspectives. Kabonwule in particular, no, there is no resident court, no court in Kabonwule or within. And when we get people culprits like that, with the support of the police, we have to move them to the nearest court, which is not in Kabonwule. So then other logistic challenges come up. How do the suspects get to court? How do the prosecutors get to court near NEDCo? And you end up to provide all these. Meanwhile, the station has only one vehicle to attend the communities within the enclave and to do its work administratively, operationally, etc. So it becomes a toll on the office. And so, again, it becomes less sustainable. As we attempt to do that, then other things are going wrong on our blind side. And that was a challenge. Now, let me look at it from corporate-wide. And now that we have tackled the Kabonwule, can we look at it from the corporate-wide perspective? Yes, we do. There are areas, let's say, at the headquarters of the northern area, or Kabonwule, for instance. It happens. And when we go to court, the court generally has been supportive. There are instances where the person has summoned to court and the person doesn't show up. Court does its best with the court summons, and yet the person doesn't show up. At that point, the options available begin to diminish. You disconnect the person, you disconnect from pool. Sometimes they don't show up, they don't show any interest. Other times they find ways of, for instance, if it's a corn meal and reassemble it at a different location and apply for a service separately as an applicant. And some of these challenges are inherent with the operations.
All right. Mr. Kutuka, if I don't want to pay, say, Ojimenadi Edin Kumo. Mr. Maxwell Kutuka, a corporate communications manager. Yedania ho aba na yeba na afi yatwa enkomachiche no eso.